For the last couple of days, it's become really apparent to me just how deranged and delusional the far left have become. I have a lot of people currently reporting me to the FBI and the Seattle Police Department in an attempt to get my videos taken off the internet because I'm a homophobic, racist, Trump supporter. Like, holy fucking shit! Like it's a bad thing to be any of those things. Like there's something inherently wrong with having a view about a certain group of people. Like because you're not supposed to feel this way about these individuals, it shouldn't be allowed by law. You should be shot by the FBI. The same people who are adamantly against career criminals like George Floyd getting kneeled on, right? Who are outright against black people being arrested at all for any reason, are outright trying to get political dissidents arrested or shot or killed or taken off the internet or deplatformed. Really, these people... it's kind of funny how this has turned out, and I'm not sure if these people have realized it themselves. They're essentially setting up a police state. They really are. They really are setting up for the gulags, for our Holocaust equivalent. They really are formulating a process in which certain people of a certain political persuasion and skin color, right, will be treated like the Jewish community in Holocaust, Nazi Germany, right? Like, we are actively being persecuted against because of our place in life and our political views. And these people are so stupid to realize this that they don't quite understand that they themselves fall under the umbrella. Once the police start actively coming after people, like, it's only going to be a matter of time until it actively becomes... Everyone falls under that umbrella. Like in a lot of ways, going down this path is just going to lead things to becoming more and more extreme, to where like you're not allowed to like anything. Like you do realize, those of you who are lolicon anime jacking off degenerates, you do realize that eventually they're probably going to come after that too, right? You do realize they're probably going to come after like other things you're interested in and things like that. There's they want to limit your rights and freedoms and seize your possessions and all sorts of things like that. Obviously, we're not exactly sure how this is going to play out exactly, but at the moment, it seems like they're going to try to justify everything they do as being like for the environment or being for like to stop COVID-19 or to stop racism or stop online bullying or what have you. But in reality, this is just a justification for what they're doing. This is just a way for them to explain why they're forming this police state, why they're doing all this terrible stuff. And it does seem like it's going to get worse in the foreseeable future. And those of you cheering it on are basically cheering on the end of society, essentially. The end of a free and open society. And that is one of the most pathetic things I've ever seen in my life. You guys are so pathetic, so incapable of having fulfilling, interesting lives, so lazy, so stupid that you would actually form a police state in order to deal with someone that you don't like over the internet. Like that has to be one of the most pathetic things I've ever heard in my life. And I really cannot say enough how much contempt I have for those of you who are actually trying to tell me it's socially unacceptable to shit on George Floyd or talk about election fraud or talk about everything that's been going on recently because I really, really don't care. You know what I mean? The more extreme things get, the more I will be proven right. The worst things will get for you. Like in a way, this is the reason I'm not too hung up about like the end of the country. In a lot of ways, the people who legitimately pushed for this shit absolutely destroyed it. Like absolutely deserves this. Like in a way, these people don't deserve their freedoms. They don't deserve their possessions. They don't deserve everything they have because of what they're willing to do in order to own like the conservatives or what have you or what they're willing to do to get what they want essentially or like try and support politicians that clearly don't care about them. It's pathetic. Like it is legit the most pathetic thing I've ever seen. And the Biden administration has already been a complete failure. I've pretty much predicted as much. Again, basically a lot of stuff Trump has accomplished has basically been stopped. You know, in part because the Republicans haven't done anything to stop it, but most importantly because Biden is a corrupt piece of shit who should have been who did not actually win the election. Anyway, there's a lot to talk about. Obviously, I'm still trying to formulate my thoughts on like what's going to happen in the future, but this is the thing I'm noticing. More and more, I'm beginning to feel like the Democrats, the far left, the people who actually enabled this shit, few as they may be, right? They need to be held in contempt. Like they need to be shit on a lot more often. I think too much we talk about like extremists, right? Like people with like crazy out there views, but like a lot of relatively normal people are voting for this stupid shit that's just gonna destroy everything about American society. So yeah, what's gonna happen next? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to anticipate. I'm not really. The most important thing, I think, is to like acknowledge that Biden is not your president. Illegitimate election fraud. But more than that, like because he's not legitimate, like you should not support his behavior. You should not support the crazy shit he's putting out. You should not support these government agencies that are corrupt and are coming to get you. Don't do it. Like just don't.